What's up everyone, Big Dan here, and today I'm going to show you the 3 best ways to make lots of money fast in Cyberpunk 2077. With these strategies, I was able to earn over 100,000 eurodollars before completing the Heist mission in Act 1. Keep watching to see exactly how I did it. Let's dive right in. Number 1. Complete side gigs. Now I know what you're thinking, but Dan, these side gigs barely pay anything. Yes, that is true in most cases, especially in the early game. But hear me out, there's a method to my madness. By themselves, most side jobs pay anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 eddies in the early game sections of Watson. Payment amount depends on the danger and complexity of the mission. You can sometimes earn a bonus for completing optional objectives. It's generally pretty quick money, but we don't do these gigs only for the sticker price of the contract. With the methods I'm about to show you, you'll learn how to double or even triple the amount you make on each contract. The main benefit of side gigs is that you will visit locations where you can make lots and lots of money. And the way we're going to do that is by number 2, looting. Looting is a quick and easy way to make fast money in Cyberpunk 2077. No, not that kind of looting, this kind of looting. When you're clearing out a location, it pays to do a thorough search for valuables. We'll be primarily looking for 3 things: eurodollar chests, loose eddies, and valuable junk. Most locations will have a handful of hidden and not so hidden chests with several hundred or even several thousand eurodollars in them. During a Watson gig called To Catch a Tiger's Toe, I found this chest in the rafters with over 2,200 eddies in it. That was more than double the payout for the entire job. You also frequently find loose stacks of money on tables and on bodies. Anytime you run across a cyber psycho, be sure to check the bodies around them because they usually have some pocket cash. While you're searching bodies, also be sure to keep an eye out for valuable junk. Most junk items are worthless, but sometimes you'll run across jewelry or other items that are worth 750 eddies apiece. It's always 750, by the way. Interesting. You can sell junk to any vendor or drop point. Watch here as I'm selling a handful of junk items for over 1,500 eurodollars. And here I'm doing it again. Selling valuable junk is a major reason why I don't recommend picking up the scrapper perk for your character, because you'll automatically turn these valuable items into much less valuable crafting materials. In addition to junk, you can also sell looted guns and armor, but you usually don't make that much money from these items in the early game. Later on, once you start finding more rare and epic items, then selling weapons becomes more lucrative. With this strategy of side gigs and looting, I was able to earn 50,000 eddies within the first 2 hours of Act 1. But the most lucrative strategy is yet to come. Number 3, hacking access terminals. The third and by far fastest way to make lots of money is by hacking access terminals. If you're building a new character, I recommend putting the max amount of points into intelligence at the start of the game. If you've already started your character, just take an intelligence point a few times while leveling up. You don't need a ton of points in intelligence. 6 to 8 points will give you access to most hackable terminals in the early to mid game. To make the most money from hacking, I'd also recommend picking up the following perks. Both of these are nested under Intelligence and Breach Protocol. The first is called Extended Network Interface, which automatically highlights nearby access points. This puts a little red icon on your minimap every time there's a nearby access point you can hack. Once you unlock this, you'll realize there are access points freaking everywhere in this game, on walls, vending machines, computers, and even satellite dishes. The next perk is called Advanced Data Mine, which increases the amount of eurodollars extracted from access points by 50%. If you upgrade it twice, that number goes up to 100%. I actually forgot to upgrade this perk a second time for most of Act 1, so I left a lot of money on the table. Don't make the same mistake I did. The hacking minigame itself is fairly straightforward once you've done it a few times. You always start with the first line, then move vertically down the chosen column, then horizontal across the next line, then vertically again, and so on. The sequence strings on the right are what you need to input to extract money and quick hack parts. The more codes you can input, the more money you can extract. I recommend focusing on the Tier 3 and Tier 2 data mines first because you pull more money from those. You can also string combinations together. So if one line ends with BD and another begins with BD, you don't need to select it again. So in this example, I can input BD, 1C, 1C, BD to extract the third and first data mines. The number of times you can choose an input is determined by your buffer size, which is determined by your cyberware operating system. The default one you start the game with gives you a buffer size of 4, which is fine, but far from the best. In order to get the most out of hacking, I recommend buying a better operating system from a Ripper doc as soon as you can. Once you get the hang of it, you should easily be able to extract 2 to 3 data mines from each terminal you hack into. You can pull anywhere from several hundred to several thousand eddies from each terminal, and there are usually multiple terminals in pretty much every location you visit. So hack early and hack often, and you'll be rolling in eddies in no time.
We have arrived. Major leagues.
Through a combination of side gigs, looting, and hacking, I was able to earn over 100,000 eurodollars before I completed the Heist mission in Act 1. Hell, I hadn't even completed the pickup at this point either. Just as an example for an average gig, I completed this one called Hippocratic Oath. During the mission, I made 2907 from hacking, 1054 from looting junk and cash, excluding weapons and armor, and the gig payout was 1390, for a grand total of 5,351 eurodollars in a gig that took me about 10 minutes to complete, because I was taking my time and being stealthy and all that. All in all, it took about 4 hours to earn 100,000 eurodollars in Act 1. I could have done it even faster had I fully upgraded the Advanced Data Mine perk earlier in my playthrough. Also, keep in mind that all the numbers I've shown you in this video are for the early game. As you progress, you'll have access to higher paying jobs, you'll make more money from hacking, and you'll find more valuable loot. So there you have it, the 3 fastest ways to make lots of money in Cyberpunk 2077. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to Big Dan Gaming for more Cyberpunk and RPG videos. Till next time, this has been Big Dan. See ya!